Complete outline of the expanded story. Section 1. The Caterpillar's Curiosity. In a lush, vibrant garden bursting with colors, lived a tiny caterpillar named Cora. She was not just any caterpillar, she was a bright green little creature with soft, fuzzy stripes that danced when she moved. Every day, Cora woke up to the sweet smell of flowers and the warm glow of the sun, ready for a new adventure. Cora loved to explore her garden home. From the moment she opened her tiny eyes in the morning, she would munch on the freshest leaves she could find. Her favorite spot was a sturdy old oak tree, where the leaves were the greenest and juiciest. Cora would spend hours climbing up and down the tree, her tiny legs working hard as she nibbled away, taking her time to enjoy each delicious bite. One sunny afternoon, while she was enjoying her lunch, Cora noticed something sparkling nearby. Intrigued, she crawled closer. There, hanging from a sturdy branch, was a shimmering cocoon. It was beautifully shaped, smooth and glimmering like a jewel in the sunlight. Cora's heart raced with curiosity. "What is that?" she wondered aloud, her little eyes wide with wonder. She had heard stories about cocoons from her friends, but she had never seen one up close before. Just then, a cheerful voice interrupted her thoughts. "It's a cocoon, Cora. Isn't it magnificent?" It was Lila, the wise old ladybug. She had beautiful red wings dotted with black spots, and her smile was warm and inviting. Lila often shared stories of her adventures with all the garden creatures. "Yes, it's beautiful," Cora replied, gazing at the cocoon in awe. "What happens inside it?" Lila flew closer to the cocoon, her wings glistening in the sun. Inside that cocoon, a magical transformation takes place. Caterpillars like you, who feel the call of adventure, wrap themselves up to grow and change into something wonderful. Soon, they emerge as butterflies, ready to fly high in the sky. Cora's heart fluttered at the thought. A butterfly? Wow, that sounds amazing. But what if I'm scared? What if I don't want to change? Lila perched on a nearby flower, her antennae gently waving in the breeze. Change can be scary, little one, but it's also a beautiful part of life. Every creature goes through changes, and it helps us grow. You might feel nervous, but trust me, once you spread your wings, you'll feel free like never before. Cora pondered Lila's words. The thought of becoming a butterfly excited her, but it also made her anxious. She had never flown before, and she didn't know what to expect. "What if I can't do it?" she asked softly. Lila flew around Cora in a joyful circle. "You are stronger than you think, Cora. Just remember, every great adventure begins with a little bit of courage. Embrace the change when it comes. You will discover new things about yourself." Feeling a bit braver, Cora smiled at Lila. "Okay, I'll try to be brave. But for now, I just want to enjoy my leaves." Lila laughed, her voice like a sweet melody. "That's the spirit. Enjoy your delicious leaves, and when the time comes, I'll be right here to cheer you on." As the sun began to set, casting golden rays across the garden, Cora munched happily on her leaves, her mind filled with thoughts of flying and fluttering in the sky. She knew deep down that something wonderful was waiting for her, and though she felt a little scared, she also felt a spark of excitement. Days went by, and Cora continued to explore her garden, her heart dancing with anticipation. She met other garden friends who shared their dreams and hopes with her. There was Freddie, the friendly grasshopper who loved to leap high into the air, and Bella, the beautiful bumblebee who buzzed from flower to flower, collecting sweet nectar. They often played together, their laughter ringing through the air. One day, while hanging out with Freddie and Bella, Cora spotted something shimmering on the branch of the oak tree again. It was another cocoon, different from the one she had seen before, but just as magical. It sparkled under the sunlight, inviting her to wonder about its secrets. "Look," Cora exclaimed, pointing excitedly. "There's another cocoon." Freddie hopped closer, his eyes wide.
Wow.
"Do you think it's a caterpillar like you?" "I hope so," Cora replied. "Maybe it will become a butterfly, too." Bella flew over, her wings dancing in the sunlight. It's a reminder that every creature has its own journey, just like we all do. Cora's heart swelled with joy. "You're right. One day, I'll be a butterfly too. Just wait and see." As the sun dipped lower in the sky, painting everything in warm shades of orange and pink, Cora felt a sense of calm wash over her. She knew that change was a part of life, and though it might be scary, it was also beautiful and full of promise. For now, she would cherish her time in the garden, surrounded by her friends and all the wonders of nature. And with that, Cora continued her adventure, munching on leaves, dreaming of flying, and waiting patiently for the moment when she would transform into the butterfly she was meant to be. As the stars twinkled overhead that night, Cora whispered to herself, "Change is coming and I'm ready." And with a smile on her face, she settled down to rest, dreaming of all the amazing things the future held for her. Section 2. The Worry of Change. As the days turned into weeks, Cora, the little caterpillar, grew larger and stronger. She spent her days munching on the freshest leaves, climbing the tallest branches, and playing with her friends in the garden. The sun shone brightly, and the air was filled with the sweet sounds of chirping birds and buzzing bees. Yet, even amidst this joy, a flutter of unease began to stir in her tiny heart. One afternoon, while resting on her favorite leaf, Cora felt a strange sensation deep inside her. It was as if her whole body was buzzing with energy, and she couldn't quite understand what it meant. Lila, the wise ladybug, happened to flutter by and noticed the worried look on Cora's face. "Why do you look so troubled, dear Cora?" Lila asked, landing gently on the leaf beside her. "The sun is shining, the flowers are blooming, and everything seems just perfect." Cora sighed, her little legs trembling slightly. "I feel different, Lila. I've been having these strange feelings inside me. What if something is wrong? What if I'm not ready for what's coming?" Lila tilted her head, her big, kind eyes studying Cora thoughtfully. Little one, change is often accompanied by feelings we cannot quite understand. It is a natural part of growing up. Have you ever heard the story of the beautiful butterfly that once lived in this garden?" Cora shook her head, her curiosity piqued. "No, I haven't. Tell me." Lila smiled warmly and began her tale. "Long ago, there was a caterpillar named Bella who was very much like you. She spent her days munching on leaves and playing with her friends. But one day, she felt strange sensations too, just like you. Bella was frightened and worried that something was wrong. She didn't want to change." Cora listened intently, her eyes wide with anticipation. Lila continued, "But Bella was brave. She decided to trust her instincts and embrace the change. She found a safe branch, spun her cocoon, and waited patiently. While she was inside, she felt scared and alone at times. But she kept reminding herself that this change was a part of her journey. And when the time came, she emerged as a beautiful butterfly, soaring through the sky with grace." "But what if I'm not brave like Bella?" Cora whispered, her voice barely above a whisper. Lila gently touched Cora's back with her tiny leg. "Cora, you don't have to be perfect. Being brave means facing your fears, even when you feel scared. Remember, every great adventure starts with a little courage, and I believe you have that courage within you." Cora took a deep breath, considering Lila's words. She wanted to be brave, just like Bella. But what if she failed? What if she couldn't change? The worries began to swirl in her mind like autumn leaves caught in a gust of wind. That night, as Cora settled down on her favorite leaf, she couldn't shake off the unease in her heart. She watched the stars twinkle in the night sky, each one shining brightly like a tiny beacon of hope. She wished she could find a way to feel calm and confident about the changes ahead. As days went by, Cora noticed that her friends were also feeling the pull of change. Freddie, the grasshopper, had been practicing his jumps, eager to leap higher and higher. One day, "I want to touch the clouds," he declared, his eyes sparkling with excitement. But even he sometimes looked up at the sky with a hint of worry, wondering if he would ever soar as high as he dreamed. Bella, the bumblebee, buzzed around the flowers, collecting nectar with determination. "I can't wait to explore the vast fields beyond our garden," she exclaimed one sunny afternoon. Yet, Cora could see the moments when Bella hesitated, as if she were contemplating the risks of venturing too far from home. Cora began to feel less alone in her worries. She realized that even her brave friends sometimes felt scared about their dreams. This thought sparked a tiny flicker of hope within her. Maybe they could all face their changes together. That evening, Cora gathered her friends under the old oak tree, where the air was sweet with the scent of blooming flowers. "Hey, everyone," she called out, her voice trembling slightly, but filled with determination. "I wanted to talk about something important. I've been feeling a bit scared about the changes coming in my life, and I think some of you might feel the same way. But I believe we can support each other." Freddie hopped closer, his big green eyes looking at Cora with interest. "I've been feeling a bit nervous about jumping higher, too. What if I fall?" Bella buzzed in, her wings fluttering rapidly. "And I'm worried about flying far away from the garden. What if I can't find my way back?" Hearing her friend's fears made Cora feel braver. Exactly. It's okay to feel scared. But remember what Lila said about bravery? We can help each other through this. Let's make a pact. No matter what happens, we will be there for one another. We can cheer each other on. Freddie and Bella exchanged glances, their expressions shifting from worry to hope. "I love that idea, Cora," Freddie said, his voice filled with excitement. "We'll be like a team." "Yes, a team of adventurers," Bella added, her wings buzzing with energy. "We'll face our fears together." And so, under the twinkling stars, the three friends formed their pact. They promised to encourage one another, share their fears, and celebrate their triumphs, no matter how small. Cora felt a warmth fill her heart, a comforting glow that chased away her worries. With her friends by her side, she knew she could face whatever changes awaited her. As the moonlight bathed the garden in silver, Cora curled up on her leaf, a smile spreading across her face. She realized that even though change could be scary, it could also lead to wonderful adventures and new beginnings. She felt grateful for Lila's wisdom and the strength of her friends. "Tomorrow is a new day," she whispered to herself, her eyes growing heavy. "I will be brave. We will all be brave." With that comforting thought in her mind, Cora drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the bright, colorful wings she would one day have and the adventures that awaited her and her friends in the great big garden beyond. Section 3. The Time for Change. As the sun rose higher in the sky, painting the garden in vibrant hues of gold and green, Cora felt an unusual excitement bubbling within her. She woke up feeling different, as if the air itself was charged with energy. Today felt special, as though the universe was whispering to her that change was finally on the horizon. Cora stretched her tiny legs and gazed around her favorite garden spot, taking in the colors of the flowers swaying in the gentle breeze. The world felt alive, humming with possibilities. She remembered her promise to be brave and support her friends, and the thought filled her with hope. When she met up with Freddie and Bella later that morning, their eyes sparkled with anticipation. They had each been working hard on their own dreams. Freddie had been practicing his jumps, and Bella had been flying higher and higher around the garden, collecting nectar from the brightest flowers. "Hey, Cora, guess what?" Freddie exclaimed, bouncing on his legs. "I jumped over that big rock near the pond yesterday. I almost touched the sky." "Wow, that's amazing, Freddie," Cora replied, her heart swelling with pride for her friend. "You're getting so strong." Bella buzzed in with excitement. "And I found the sweetest flowers just beyond the garden. You should see how colorful they are. But I didn't fly too far because I was a little scared." Cora felt a little twinge of empathy for her friend. "I understand, Bella. I've been feeling scared, too. But maybe today is the day we can all face our fears together." Her friends nodded in agreement, their eyes shining with determination. They made a plan to explore the garden and beyond, supporting each other every step of the way. They would visit the big rock Freddie had jumped over, and then Bella would lead them to the beautiful flowers she had discovered. As they ventured out, Cora felt her heart fluttering with a mix of excitement and anxiety. With every step, she could feel the weight of uncertainty creeping back in. Would she be brave enough to embrace the changes that were coming? The three friends arrived at the big rock, and Freddie bounded up with glee. "Watch me jump again," he declared, his eyes twinkling with confidence. He took a deep breath and leaped into the air, soaring gracefully over the rock before landing safely on the other side.
"See?
I can do it," Freddie cheered, doing a little victory dance. Cora and Bella clapped their tiny hands, filled with joy for their friend's success. "Now it's your turn, Cora," Freddie encouraged, hopping back over to her. "You can do this. Just think about the butterfly you will become." Cora's heart raced. She had never jumped over anything as big as this rock before, and the thought made her stomach flutter. "But what if I can't make it?" she whispered, her confidence wavering. "Remember our pact,"
Bella chimed in, buzzing excitedly.
"We're all here for you. Just take a deep breath and believe in yourself." Cora closed her eyes for a moment, gathering her courage. She imagined the beautiful butterfly she dreamt of becoming, soaring high above the garden. With her friends cheering her on, she felt a spark of bravery ignite within her. "Okay, here I go," Cora shouted, her voice filled with determination. She took a deep breath, focused on the rock ahead, and jumped as high as she could. The world around her seemed to slow down as she leapt into the air, her little legs propelling her forward. Time stood still, and for a brief moment, she felt weightless. The wind rushed past her, and she could see the garden stretching out beneath her. With a soft thud, she landed safely on the other side, her heart racing with exhilaration. "I did it. I really did it." Cora squealed, her eyes wide with disbelief and joy. Freddie and Bella rushed over, showering her with applause.
"See?
"You were amazing," Freddie exclaimed, hopping around in excitement. "You're going to be a great butterfly."
Bella buzzed happily.
"You're so brave, Cora. I knew you could do it." Cora's heart swelled with pride and happiness. In that moment, she realized how powerful it felt to face her fears and embrace the unknown. They spent the rest of the day exploring new parts of the garden, each step filled with laughter and encouragement. As they wandered through a meadow bursting with vibrant wildflowers, Bella led them to the sweetest blossoms she had ever found. The colors were dazzling, and the scent was intoxicating. "Isn't it beautiful?" she exclaimed, her wings shimmering in the sunlight. "I can't wait to collect nectar from these." Cora and Freddie agreed, mesmerized by the beauty surrounding them. They danced among the flowers, their laughter ringing out like music. Cora felt a deep sense of happiness swell within her, reminding her that change could bring about beautiful new experiences. But as the sun began to dip below the horizon, casting long shadows across the garden, a feeling of uncertainty crept back into Cora's heart. She turned to her friends, her voice tinged with concern. What if I can't become a butterfly? What if I'm not ready? Freddie placed a gentle leg on her shoulder. Cora, you've already taken such brave steps today. Remember, it's okay to feel scared. Change happens when we least expect it, and that's what makes it special. We will be here for you, no matter what. Exactly. Bella agreed, her wings fluttering enthusiastically. We can face whatever comes next together. You're not alone in this journey. Feeling comforted by her friend's support, Cora took a deep breath and nodded. Okay, I'll try to be brave. I want to embrace the change, even if it's a little scary. As they made their way back to the oak tree, the evening sky transformed into a canvas of colors, pink, orange, and purple swirling together like a painting. Cora felt a sense of peace wash over her. She lay down on her favorite leaf, looking up at the stars beginning to twinkle in the deepening sky. Each star felt like a tiny promise, reminding her that change could lead to something beautiful. Tomorrow, I will try to embrace the change, Cora whispered to herself, her heart filled with determination. As her friends settled down beside her, Cora felt a warmth spread through her. She realized that she didn't have to face change alone. She had her friends to lean on. Together, they would embark on this journey of transformation, and together they would discover the beauty of embracing the unknown. With a smile on her face and her heart full of hope, Cora drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the day when she would finally spread her wings and soar high above the garden, just like the butterflies in her dreams. Section 4. The transformation begins. As dawn broke over the garden, Cora awoke with renewed determination. The sun streamed through the leaves, casting playful patterns of light and shadow on her leaf. She could still feel the thrill of yesterday's adventure dancing in her heart. Today, she had made a promise to herself. She would embrace change and trust the process of becoming. She greeted her friends, Freddie and Bella, with a cheerful smile. "Good morning, my brave companions," she chirped, her voice bubbling with excitement. "Are you ready for another adventure today?" Freddie, still half asleep, rubbed his eyes and hopped up with enthusiasm. "Absolutely. I can't wait to see what we discover today." Bella buzzed in agreement, her wings shimmering in the sunlight. As they gathered beneath the old oak tree, a gentle breeze rustled the leaves, creating a symphony of whispers. Cora took a deep breath, feeling the fresh air fill her lungs. She knew today would be different. She could sense it in her tiny heart. "Let's explore the eastern side of the garden," Bella suggested, pointing her antennae towards the colorful flower beds that bloomed vibrantly in the distance. "I've heard there are beautiful butterflies there." Cora's excitement bubbled over at the thought of meeting real butterflies. She had often seen them fluttering gracefully through the air, their delicate wings a mosaic of colors. But she couldn't shake the nervousness in her heart. Would she be like them one day? What if she couldn't change? As they set off, the three friends traversed through a maze of flowers, their laughter echoing in the air. The sweet scent of nectar filled their senses, and Cora felt the worries of yesterday begin to fade. "Look at all the colors," she exclaimed, marveling at the brilliant blossoms around them. Freddie hopped excitedly from flower to flower, trying to mimic the graceful dance of the butterflies. "One day, I'll leap as high as they fly," he said, landing beside Cora. "Just you wait." As they continued on their journey, they soon arrived at a breathtaking clearing bathed in sunlight. Cora's eyes widened in awe at the sight before her. Dozens of butterflies fluttered through the air, their wings glinting like jewels in the light. They danced in circles, flitting from flower to flower, each one more vibrant than the last. Wow, look at them. Cora gasped, her heart racing with wonder. They're so beautiful. Bella buzzed around, her excitement palpable. Let's watch them. They're so free and full of life. The three friends sat together, captivated by the sight of the butterfly's delicate wings. Suddenly, one particularly radiant butterfly landed on a nearby flower, its wings glimmering in shades of blue and gold. Cora couldn't tear her gaze away from it. I want to be like that, she whispered, a longing tugging at her heart. Freddie noticed Cora's gaze and said, "You will be, Cora. You're already so brave. Remember how you jumped over the rock yesterday? You're one step closer to becoming a butterfly yourself." Cora nodded, feeling a flicker of hope igniting within her. But just as quickly, doubts began to creep in again. What if I can't do it? What if I'm not meant to fly? Just then, Lila the ladybug appeared, her cheerful demeanor brightening the atmosphere. "Hello, my young adventurers," she greeted warmly, landing beside them. "What are you all up to today?" "We're watching the butterflies, Lila."
Bella exclaimed.
"Look how they flutter and dance. Cora wants to be just like them one day." Lila smiled knowingly, her eyes sparkling with wisdom. The butterflies are a beautiful sight indeed. But remember, every butterfly you see was once a caterpillar, just like you, Cora. Transformation takes time, and it often requires patience. Cora listened intently, absorbing Lila's words. "What do you mean, Lila?" she asked, her curiosity piqued. "Well," Lila began, "before a caterpillar becomes a butterfly, it must undergo a change that is sometimes difficult. It creates a cocoon, a safe space to grow and transform. It might feel lonely at times, but it is a vital part of becoming something beautiful." Cora's heart sank a little. A cocoon? But that sounds scary. What if I'm stuck in there forever? Lila gently touched Cora's back with her tiny leg. "It might feel strange, but it's a time for self-discovery. Think of it as a beautiful journey inward. You will emerge when you're ready, and when you do, you'll be amazed at what you've become." "But what if I don't know when I'm ready?" Cora asked, her voice barely above a whisper. "That's the beauty of it," Lila replied softly. "Your heart will tell you when it's time. Until then, cherish every moment of your journey, and don't be afraid to ask for help from your friends." Cora felt a warm glow of reassurance spread through her. She looked at Freddie and Bella, their faces beaming with encouragement. She knew they would be there for her, just as they always had been. "Okay, I'll trust that I'll know when it's time," Cora said, her voice filled with newfound determination. "I'll embrace the changes, even if they're a little scary." As the sun climbed higher in the sky, Cora felt a sense of clarity. She understood that transformation was a journey, not a destination. With each step she took, she was learning, growing, and discovering more about herself. Feeling inspired, Cora turned to her friends. "Let's celebrate this journey. We should make a day of it, explore, play, and enjoy every moment together." Freddie and Bella cheered, their spirits lifted by Cora's enthusiasm. "That sounds amazing," Freddie exclaimed, his eyes shining with excitement. "Let's have the best adventure ever." And so, the three friends spent the rest of the day exploring the garden, dancing among the flowers, and enjoying the beauty around them. They shared stories of their hopes and dreams, each one fueled by the encouragement of the others. As the sun began to set, casting a warm golden glow over the garden, Cora felt a deep sense of gratitude fill her heart. She knew that change was coming, and while it might feel daunting at times, it was also a part of the beautiful journey ahead. Lying beneath the stars that night, Cora whispered to herself, "I will embrace the transformation. With my friends by my side, I will learn to fly." Section 5. The Journey Inward. As the stars twinkled overhead, casting a soft glow over the garden, Cora drifted off to sleep, her heart filled with hope and anticipation. The next day, she awoke with a sense of purpose. Today would mark the beginning of her journey inward, a time to prepare for the changes that awaited her. Cora sat up on her leaf, stretching her tiny legs and taking a moment to enjoy the fresh morning air. She looked over at her friends, Freddie and Bella, still nestled in their spots. "Good morning, everyone," she chirped, her voice bright and cheerful. "Are you ready for our new adventure?" Freddie yawned, his eyes still sleepy. "What adventure are we going on today, Cora?" he asked, rubbing his eyes. Bella, her wings fluttering softly, sat up with a smile. "Yes, what's the plan?" Cora took a deep breath, feeling the warmth of the sun on her back. "Today, I want to explore the idea of change and what it means to grow. I think it's time for us to find a special place where I can prepare for my transformation into a butterfly." Freddie's eyes widened with excitement. "That sounds like a great idea, Cora. We can help you find the perfect spot."
Yes.
"Let's look for somewhere quiet and peaceful, where you can think and reflect," Bella chimed in, buzzing with enthusiasm. The trio set off through the garden, their spirits high and their hearts full of anticipation. They wandered past swaying flowers, through soft grasses, and under the gentle shade of trees. Everywhere they looked, the garden was alive with color and beauty. "Look at that patch of daisies.
Bella pointed excitedly.
It's so bright and cheerful. Do you think it would be a good spot?" Cora fluttered her wings and smiled. "It's lovely, but I feel like I need something even quieter, somewhere I can really think." They continued their search, wandering deeper into the garden until they stumbled upon a serene little nook tucked away behind a cluster of tall sunflowers. A cozy patch of soft moss lay beneath a gentle willow tree, its branches cascading like a curtain around the space. "This is perfect," Cora exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with delight. "It feels peaceful and safe. I can really focus here." Freddie and Bella helped her settle in, making sure the area was comfortable and inviting. "You'll have all the time you need to think, Cora," Freddie said, trying to help her feel at ease. "We'll be right here with you." Cora took a deep breath, feeling the soft moss beneath her. She closed her eyes and listened to the soothing sounds of the garden, the rustling leaves, the gentle hum of bees, and the distant songs of birds. It was a beautiful melody, one that seemed to wrap around her like a warm blanket. "I think I'm ready to reflect on the changes ahead," Cora said softly, her voice barely above a whisper. She thought about what Lila had said about transformation and the cocoon. What does it mean to grow? What will I become? With her friends by her side, Cora started to envision what her transformation might look like. She pictured herself as a butterfly, soaring through the sky, her colorful wings gliding gracefully on the wind. But with that image came uncertainty, the fear of the unknown. "What if I don't like the change?" she pondered aloud. "What if I miss being a caterpillar?" Freddie and Bella listened closely, their hearts swelling with empathy. "Change is scary," Bella said gently, her wings shimmering in the dappled sunlight. "But think of all the new things you will experience. You'll see the world from above, and you'll be able to visit places you've never dreamed of." Cora opened her eyes and gazed at her friends, their support shining brightly. "You're right, Bella. I will get to see things differently. I'll be able to fly." Freddie added, "And you'll be the most beautiful butterfly the garden has ever seen. Just think of all the adventures we'll have together." Feeling encouraged, Cora took a deep breath and focused on the journey ahead. "Okay, I'm ready to embrace the changes. I'll let go of my fears and trust that I will grow into something wonderful." With that decision made, Cora began to meditate on her feelings. She pictured her fears like small stones in her heart, and with each deep breath, she imagined picking them up and placing them gently aside. "I won't let fear hold me back," she said to herself, feeling lighter with each passing moment. The morning turned to afternoon, and as Cora continued to reflect, She started to feel a sense of peace wash over her. The sunbeams filtering through the willow branches created a magical atmosphere, and she felt a connection to the world around her. She was part of something much larger, a beautiful garden filled with life and endless possibilities. "Maybe I can think of the cocoon as a special gift," she whispered, opening her eyes once more. "A place where I can grow and become something new. I can be excited about what's to come." Just then, a soft breeze rustled the willow branches, and Cora felt a wave of inspiration wash over her. "I want to create my own cocoon," she declared, her eyes shining with determination. "A place where I can transform and prepare for my new life as a butterfly." Freddie and Bella cheered, their excitement echoing in the peaceful nook. "That's a fantastic idea, Cora. We'll help you," Freddie exclaimed, bouncing with enthusiasm. With newfound motivation, the three friends set to work. They gathered soft leaves, twigs, and delicate strands of silk spun by the nearby spiders. Cora's heart raced with excitement as she envisioned her cocoon, a sanctuary for her transformation. "Let's make it big enough for you to be comfortable," Bella suggested, flying around to gather the materials. "You need space to stretch your wings." Cora and her friends worked tirelessly, weaving together the materials with care. As they crafted the cocoon, Cora felt a sense of joy and purpose building within her. Each leaf added to the cocoon felt like a step toward her transformation. When they finally finished, Cora stepped back to admire their handiwork. The cocoon was a beautiful blend of colors and textures, a cozy little haven nestled beneath the willow tree. It felt like a safe embrace, a place where she could prepare for the changes ahead. "I love it," Cora exclaimed, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Thank you both for helping me. This cocoon will be my special place to grow." As the sun began to dip low in the sky, painting the garden in shades of orange and pink, Cora felt a mix of emotions wash over her. "I know I'll need time to be alone in my cocoon," she said softly, "but I'm grateful to have you both by my side." Freddie and Bella nodded, understanding the importance of this moment. "We'll be right here waiting for you, Cora," Freddie promised, his voice filled with warmth. "And when you emerge, we'll be the first to celebrate." Cora smiled, feeling comforted by their friendship. She knew the journey ahead wouldn't always be easy, but with her friend's support, she felt ready to face whatever lay in store. As twilight settled over the garden, Cora nestled into her new cocoon, feeling safe and secure. She closed her eyes, allowing the day's adventures to wash over her. "Tomorrow, I'll begin my transformation," she whispered softly, a sense of hope enveloping her. With her heart full of anticipation, Cora drifted into a peaceful slumber, ready to embrace the journey ahead. Section 6. The Time of Reflection. As the soft glow of dawn crept into the garden, Cora stirred awake in her cozy cocoon. She took a moment to gather her thoughts, savoring the stillness around her. The world felt different today, as if it were holding its breath in anticipation of her transformation. Cora listened closely to the gentle sounds of the garden, the rustling leaves, the melodious chirping of birds, and the soft buzzing of bees. She knew that this was her time of reflection, a precious opportunity to look inward and embrace the changes ahead. With a deep breath, she began to contemplate her journey. "What have I learned so far?" she pondered. "What does it mean to truly grow?" Images flooded her mind, the playful adventures with her friends, the lessons learned about bravery, and the moments spent marveling at the beauty of the butterflies. She thought about the wise words of Lila the ladybug, reminding her that every caterpillar goes through a process of change. In her quiet cocoon, Cora realized that transformation wasn't just about becoming a butterfly. It was also about understanding herself better. "I've faced my fears," she thought. "I've learned to embrace the unknown." With this newfound clarity, Cora felt a sense of peace envelop her. She focused on her dreams and the excitement of what lay ahead. "I want to soar high above the flowers," she envisioned. "I want to explore the vast sky and dance among the clouds." As she reflected, Memories of her friends bubbled to the surface. Freddie's unwavering enthusiasm and Bella's gentle encouragement filled her heart with warmth. She could almost hear their laughter echoing in her mind. I couldn't have done this without them, she thought, feeling grateful for their support. But what if they forget about me while I'm in here? A small voice in her head whispered. What if they don't understand my journey? Cora took a deep breath, reminding herself of the strength of their friendship. No, she whispered to herself. They'll wait for me. They believe in me. Emboldened by her thoughts, Cora decided to write a little note to her friends, a way to express her feelings and assure them that she would return. She imagined her message fluttering in the wind, just like a butterfly's wings. I'll make it beautiful, she thought, envisioning the words that would spill from her heart. With great care, she began to compose her note, using the soft silk within her cocoon as parchment. Dear Freddie and Bella, she wrote, thank you for being my brave companions. I'm embarking on a journey of transformation, and while I may be away for a little while, please know that your friendship gives me strength. I can't wait to soar high and share my adventures with you both. Until then, I'll carry you in my heart. As she finished her note, Cora felt a sense of accomplishment wash over her. This is a part of my journey too, she realized. Sharing my thoughts with my friends will help me feel connected to them, even when I'm alone. With her note tucked safely inside the cocoon, Cora leaned back, allowing herself to drift into a deeper state of reflection. She focused on her dreams of flying, imagining the sensation of the wind beneath her wings. What will it feel like? She wondered, a smile spreading across her face at the thought. Suddenly, a gentle rustle outside her cocoon caught her attention. She could hear the familiar sounds of Freddie and Bella approaching. Cora, Cora, they called out excitedly. Their voices were filled with warmth and joy, and Cora's heart swelled at the sound. Cora, we brought you a surprise, Freddie exclaimed. It's a beautiful flower crown, just for you. We can't wait for you to wear it when you emerge. Cora felt her heart flutter with joy. She carefully opened her cocoon to peek out, and there they were, her two dear friends, grinning from ear to ear, a vibrant flower crown resting between them. Thank you so much, Cora said, her voice filled with delight. That's so thoughtful of you. Bella placed the crown gently on Cora's head, her eyes sparkling with excitement. When you come out, you'll be the most beautiful butterfly in the garden, she said, her voice ringing with joy. Cora beamed, feeling their love and support wrap around her like a warm embrace. You both make this journey even more special, she said, her heart swelling with gratitude. I'm so lucky to have friends like you. As they shared this beautiful moment together, Cora felt a sense of calm wash over her. She knew that she was not alone in her journey. We're in this together, she thought, cherishing the bond they shared. Remember, we'll be right here waiting for you, Freddie assured her, his eyes twinkling. We'll have a big celebration when you come out. Cora smiled, envisioning the joy that awaited her when she emerged as a butterfly. I can't wait, she said, her excitement bubbling over. And when I fly, I'll take you both on adventures through the garden. The three friends spent the rest of the day together, sharing stories, laughter, and dreams of the future. They explored the surrounding garden, marveling at the beauty of the flowers and the creatures that lived there. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, Cora felt a surge of determination. She knew her time to transform was drawing near, and she was ready to embrace the changes ahead. With one last hug from her friends, Cora nestled back into her cocoon, feeling grateful for the love and support that surrounded her. Tomorrow will be a new beginning, she whispered to herself, a sense of hope filling her heart. As she closed her eyes, she allowed herself to dream of the adventures that lay ahead, the sky, the wind, and the freedom of flight. In that moment, Cora knew she was ready to spread her wings and embark on her journey of transformation. Section 7. The transformation begins. The moon hung high in the night sky, casting a silvery glow over the garden as Cora nestled comfortably in her cozy cocoon. Inside, she felt a gentle warmth enveloping her, a soothing embrace that made her heart flutter with anticipation. This was it, the moment she had been waiting for, the beginning of her transformation. As the night deepened, a soft hum filled the air, resonating with the heartbeat of the garden. Cora took a deep breath, feeling a tingle of excitement coursing through her tiny body. She closed her eyes and began to focus on the changes happening within her. "This is my time," she whispered to herself, her voice barely above a whisper. "Time to become the butterfly I was always meant to be." With each passing minute, Cora felt her heart beating faster, the energy inside her growing stronger. The cocoon, which had once felt like a comforting blanket, now seemed to pulse with life. She could feel the gentle vibrations, as if the universe was cheering her on, urging her to embrace the transformation. "I'm ready," she declared softly, picturing the vibrant butterfly she would become. She envisioned herself with brilliant colors, deep blues, radiant yellows, and soft pinks, each hue reflecting the love and joy she felt inside. "I will spread my wings and fly." Suddenly, a wave of warmth surged through her, igniting every part of her being. Cora gasped, feeling a flutter of energy racing from her heart to her tiny toes. "What's happening?" she thought, a mix of excitement and wonder coursing through her. "Change is here," the garden seemed to whisper back, its gentle voice echoing in her heart. As Cora surrendered to the sensation, she felt a stretching, a pulling, her body shifting and transforming. The process was strange yet beautiful, a dance of nature that had been preparing for this very moment. The silk cocoon shimmered around her, becoming a magical veil that separated her old self from her new. In the depths of her cocoon, Cora focused on her dreams. "I want to be brave," she thought. "I want to explore the world and make new friends." Her aspirations flowed through her like a river, fueling her transformation. The cocoon seemed to respond to her thoughts, glowing softly as if it were a part of her journey. Cora imagined herself breaking free, feeling the thrill of the wind beneath her wings. What will it feel like to fly? She wondered, her heart racing at the thought. With a sudden surge of energy, Cora felt her wings begin to unfurl, gently pushing against the walls of her cocoon. The sensation was exhilarating, like bursting forth into a new world. "I'm almost there," she thought, her heart pounding with excitement. Outside, Freddie and Bella sat beneath the willow tree, their eyes sparkling with anticipation. They had been waiting patiently for Cora's transformation, sharing stories and dreams of the adventures they would embark on together. The garden was alive with the sounds of nature, the gentle rustling of leaves and the soft murmur of the breeze. "Do you think she's ready?" Freddie asked, his voice filled with hope. "I can feel it," Bella replied, her wings fluttering softly. "She's been so brave. I know she's transforming right now." The two friends exchanged excited glances, their hearts racing as they thought of the moment when Cora would emerge. They could hardly wait to see her as a butterfly, soaring high above the garden, painting the sky with her colorful wings. Meanwhile, inside the cocoon, Cora felt a sudden rush of determination. "I can do this," she exclaimed, her voice echoing in her mind. With a mighty push, she broke through the silk barrier, the cocoon shattering around her like a fragile shell. "I'm free," she cried, a wave of exhilaration washing over her. She stretched out her newly formed wings, feeling the vibrant colors unfurl and glisten in the soft light. The transformation was complete, and Cora was now a breathtaking butterfly. With her heart pounding with joy, Cora took a moment to admire herself. Her wings sparkled in shades of deep blue, shimmering with hints of gold and pink. They were delicate yet strong, a beautiful tapestry of colors that represented her journey. As she looked around, Cora realized she was no longer confined to her cocoon. She was free to explore the vastness of the garden, to dance among the flowers, and to soar through the sky. "This is amazing," she thought, a rush of excitement filling her being. Just then, she heard her friends' voices calling out to her. Cora, Cora. They rushed to her side, their eyes wide with wonder. Freddie's face lit up as he saw her. You did it, Cora. You're beautiful. Bella twirled around in delight, her wings sparkling in the sunlight. You're the most magnificent butterfly I've ever seen. Cora felt a warm glow of happiness swell within her. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without your support, she exclaimed, her heart full of gratitude. Let's celebrate, Freddie shouted, his excitement bubbling over. It's time for your first flight. Cora's heart raced at the thought of soaring through the sky. She spread her wings wide, feeling the gentle breeze dance around her. I'm ready, she declared, her voice filled with determination. With one powerful flap of her wings, Cora took off into the air, feeling the rush of wind beneath her. The garden unfolded beneath her like a colorful tapestry, and she soared higher and higher, her heart soaring with joy. I'm flying, Cora laughed, feeling exhilarated as she glided through the air. She twirled and looped, her wings catching the sunlight and sparkling like diamonds. The world looked so different from above, vibrant flowers blooming below, the shimmering pond reflecting the sky, and her friends cheering her on. Freddie and Bella watched in awe, their hearts swelling with pride. You're incredible, Cora, Bella called out, her voice filled with admiration. As Cora flew, she felt an overwhelming sense of freedom. This is what I was meant to do, she thought, reveling in the joy of flight. She danced among the clouds, twirling and spinning, feeling alive in a way she had never experienced before. The garden became her playground, and she began to explore every corner. She darted among the blossoms, tasting the sweetness of the nectar and laughing as the flowers swayed in the breeze. This is amazing, she shouted, her voice filled with glee. Cora felt connected to the world around her, to the vibrant life of the garden, and to her friends who had supported her all along. I can't wait to share this adventure with you, she called out, circling back to them, her heart overflowing with joy. Freddie and Bella cheered her on, their laughter ringing out as they celebrated her transformation. They knew that this was just the beginning of a new chapter, a journey filled with exploration, friendship, and endless possibilities. As the sun began to set, casting a warm golden light over the garden, Cora flew high above her friends, feeling the warmth of the day wrapping around her. She took a moment to pause, letting the beauty of the
whispering echoes